In the matter of People versus Gonzalez on 247039. Appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Anthony Gonzalez on behalf of Ms. Gonzalez, who stands to my left. I'm covering for the attorney of record, Aubrey Smith. Ms. Gonzalez, you okay with that?
Yes.
Your Honor, we did go over the PSI in this case. There's no additions, corrections, or deletions outside of her employment information. She has interviewed at Corning out in Hemlock, the factory out there. She's waiting on the start date now.
Anything else by way of elocution?
Your Honor, I'd ask you to follow the recommendations here. I believe they're appropriate with what we are looking at here. As noted in the PSI, Ms. Gonzalez has a very limited old record at this point. I don't believe that any of this conduct is going to carry out moving forward. The fines cost, let's see, CSD class, I would ask 90 days to give her time to pay since she's still waiting on the start date for herself.
Anything you want to say, Ms. Gonzalez?
No.
So when I read through the record, so you said that loss prevention followed you through the store?
Yes.
Why do you think they followed you through the store?
They were following quite a few people. They had quite a few of us that day.
Did you notice one of the sentences in that report? Did you read through the report that was provided to your attorney and what it said?
We looked through it. I don't know what specific sentence you would be referring to.
How she was targeted for having prior magnetic fingers going through the store?
Oh, the police report, Your Honor?
Yep.
I don't have a specific police report here for us to go over.
That would have been the loss prevention report that was included on the police report.
I don't have.
And then the assessment there, what you said during your interview with Ms. Slaughter seemed to not be what was in the police report. So why is that?
But when
You said that you just, let me interrupt you. You said that you were just throwing the keys to the other person. However, everyone else seems to think that you were getting ready to leave and you were not the nicest person to begin with.
yeah, when I was tossing the keys over to her,
Uh-huh.
they thought that I was trying to leave, and then when I actually got them over there to her, that's when they put me against the wall and were shaming me. That's what I was telling
And that's your story.
the other lawyer, and she just told me just to make it short, just so just to give it the kind of the gist of what was going on. So I didn't explain everything the last time I was on court.
While waiting for a marked unit to arrive, you became disorderly by standing up and trying to leave. I gave several verbal commands to back down, which she refused and tried to push past the employees at Target. At that time, I informed you she was under arrest and put her hands behind her back, which she refused. This must have been the deputy. I grabbed both her arms to place them behind her back, but she tensed up and pulled away. Hence the R&O. And you not following commands. And you trying to leave. I grabbed her arm and told her to turn around, but she refused and was trying to face me. At that time, I forced her against the wall, control, yada, 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 police work. Let's see, what else? So why have you tried your career at stealing?
That time, I didn't know that it was the two rugs that were together.
Oh,
'Cause
bullshit.
they were both scanned at the same time. They were
Yep.
small rugs.
So how many times, I don't expect you to answer it because you'd probably incriminate yourself, but let me rhetorically ask the question. How many times have you stolen from Target before? Because you clearly are a thief.
I have changed my life.
No bullshit. You lied to Miss Slaughter. Now you're lying to me.
I didn't lie to Miss Slaughter.
Oh, I guess you did. Well, you certainly tried to put yourself in a favorable light. So now you tell me why you shouldn't go through that door to jail for a few days. Did you go to jail? No, you're given a ticket, weren't you?
Yeah, she went to jail for 2 days. She has 2 days credit on this file.
So why shouldn't you go for 3 more so you can have your 5 days in for having another theft crime on your record?
Your Honor, she does have 2 children at home. She
What a great example.
While we've had a few
A thief.
incidences here, Your Honor, I believe that the CST counseling that is being recommended from probation would take care of those circumstances in a way that may be better than any sort of in custody time. Your Honor, fines and costs are obviously going to be a big thing as well. She's getting hit financially for this sort of charge. Based on what I see in the report, the R&O is something that is relatively straightforward. It sounds like she does acknowledge that she did resist the police. I know the retail fraud is a concern here with the court, but again, that CST class does, I believe, quell most of the concerns that the court may have about her behavior.
Did you not have the CST class back in 2011?
Your Honor, that was some time ago. She was a juvenile, as the court has indicated on many sentences. It takes a while for a person's brain to develop.
Well, apparently yours is still involved. You're a thief. Why you feel you're entitled to take whatever you want out of a store? Skip, scan, or attempt to, whatever. You tried to leave that store without paying the bill, and you had other people doing it with you too. And you are a thief. And I don't doubt that you did this on a prior occasions. You just didn't get caught. Maybe you should own a small business and have to rely on the income that that one generates from owning a business, and then have people, and then you get to enjoy the lost fruits of their labor. You can't feed your family, can't send your kids to school, you can't put a roof over your house. Or maybe you think because it's Target, it's big enough that you just think you can take from them. And then you lie. You don't tell the truth. Maybe putting you in jail would send a message to your children that stealing is wrong. And you receive benefits from the taxpayers of the state. So you stick it to the taxpayers twice. You take money that is offered, assist with, because of one being poor, which is a noble cause by a state to do that, for those that should and qualify for that. But then you stick it to them again by making the prices for what they have to pay higher because you steal. You're a thief. What the hell were you doing with a firearm in your car back in 21?
I had just purchased it, and then I was
What the
moving.
hell do you need a gun for?
I was moving
Hunter?
houses, and it was in the back of my trunk. And when I did get pulled over, I did let the police know.
What'd you do, get it at Showcase?
No.
Oh. So we'll do this. With regard to count one, 12 months supervised probation. So you have me for a whole 12 months. Boy, won't this be a fun time. With regard to the fines on that, since you didn't tell the truth, $400 fines and costs, 75, 50, 50. Random and refrained. Ms. Slaughter will explain that to you. If you were drug tested today, how would you test?
Negative for everything.
Very well. Also, see, well, I'm going to put that in count two. So, alternative is going to be the 363. So I have a whole year of jail to utilize. You're supposed to go to counseling. I'm going to put that under count one, CST counseling for theft offenders, how to be a better mom, and whatever other assessment they can find in order to treat you so you don't come back through. With regard to count two, 2 days as well for 2 days credit. It's also count one. 12-month supervised probation, theft offenders program, random and refrains, alternative 91. Should you violate the terms of your probation, that means firearms, no drugs, no stealing, no violation of the public good. Should you do any of those, then we will just work with the alternative. Do you have any questions while you're here?
No.
Very well.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Count two, are there any fines and costs?
Yes, there's $500 fines and costs. She's appealing.
Your Honor, if the court could keep it at 250 at least here, we already have 12 months probation. She's gonna have $30 a month while she's on probation to pay. Yep. Is it 500 or 250?
500. But there's the other 400 for count one. She would have told the truth, would have been a lot different turnout. But since she didn't, and she's a thief, she gets 12 months of this court.